incredible Brands Hatch, one of our clients is creating a digital product, an online course, and part of that requires us to be on set today. So Luke, the man, is going to be capturing that content for Rob. It's going to be a pretty cool day being out of the office in Littlehampton, switching up our scenery and making it a bit more interesting. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the content on this. It's going to look pretty damn cool.
We're using the 18 to 35mm lens today because I want to get a nice wide shot when Rob's talking. We're going to be throwing ND filter on the front of that, as it's going to be quite a bright day and it'd be nice to sort of throw the background out of focus, keeping that f-stop low and making sure the background is nice and out of focus. I think you already said that, but this will get better, this talking bit.
Right, and because you've booked through Lee, we don't know what you've arranged with him, so they're going to contact Lee anyway. So if I could take that number.
Okay.
And then.
What I want to do is, like, say we're here, I want to just say to them, right, the reason I'm here is because it's coming towards me, so I don't need a ridiculously fast shutter, which is not going to help me in a situation.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and shoot fairly wide open. Okay, so here we are trackside, and in this video what I want to do is walk you through the techniques and the settings that I use to get various shots at the track.
Action.
Okay, so here we are at the first spot. This is quite a typical shot for Brands Hatch. We're at the top of the Druid's Head. The reason I've chosen this shot is because there's really good elevation and we can make use of some leading lines with the rumble strips in the foreground of the photo. The riders are going to be coming towards us. They're on the brake, so they won't be going too fast. And this could be an opportunity for me to open the aperture up and shoot wide open, let more light in, and really make that subject pop from the background. I'm using the line to lead the eye to
So we are trackside, and Rob has been capturing all of the content for his course, and Luke's obviously Rob capturing his content. So there's a really great dynamic of two professionals, you know, working on their craft and getting the best shots that they possibly can, so that the course is as good as it can be. There are obviously a lot of logistical issues to shooting on a track with safety and all the rest of it. So we're kind of working around that to the best of our ability, but so far so good.
Okay, so I've moved around to another position. We're actually on the exit of a corner here, which is a really good place, especially with bikes when you get them kind of leaning over or tipping in, and there's often lots of overtaking going on. What I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to try and get down on the rider's level so that I kind of get that look that I'm seeing straight into their eyes almost. With a lens, when you have a long lens, it's looking way down there.
Yes.
So if you think of it like when you're driving and you're going fast down the motorway, when it starts raining, you don't necessarily focus on all the detail of the rain on the windscreen.
You're looking far ahead, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same principle with a long lens.
Right.
So the closer you get to that and the longer the lens you have, the less that's going to be an issue.
Right.
And there's a few tips that we can do to like reduce the amount of flare or like think outside the box a little bit.
Okay.
So we're going to cover that in a
in
a specific piece.
We could probably do that piece to camera now whilst no one's on the track.
Yeah.
And then just get the shots while the
Yeah.
bikes come back out, or
Yeah, okay.
up to you. Or do you want the noise of the bikes?
No, there's like, say, 4 or 5 tips to this. One of them is getting close, and there's a few settings you can use. And then at the end of it, I basically say, like, if you can't beat them, then join them, use it.
Yeah.
Like if there's loads of people in your way, then put them in the shot,
Yeah.
and like choose a section of the fence that you want to get your subject in and shoot wide and bring that atmosphere in, and like just make that part of it. If you really can't beat it, then
Exactly, just work with it.
yeah. So not everybody has access to trackside. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a problem. You can still get really good photos from the spectator or public side of a track. Okay, I'm tracking my rider in, waiting till I want to shoot them, matching their speed and taking the shot. Trying to keep the lens as close to the fence as I can. And I think that's going to come out pretty good. It does look very good. It's quite a famous Brands Hatch shot.
How's it going so far, Luke?
Yeah, it's good. It's been a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, I was very scared when we went down for the first time because the bikes literally come about, we say, a metre or two at some points away from you. But other than that, the day's going really well so far. Rob's smashing the talking side, so it's just about, as I'm shooting, finding the best backgrounds, trying to keep nice things like rule of thirds to make sure I've got him in one side of the frame. And you know, instead of just shooting against a tree, try and find like a nice stretch of track to shoot in. Yeah, it's been really good, to be fair.
Yeah, it's been really good. So we're now shooting one of the final pieces for the course, which is in the pit lane. So slightly higher levels of alertness because obviously it's a dangerous place to be. We're just getting Rob mic'd up for his piece to camera, and we'll finish shooting in the pit lane.
Some of that pit lane down here. Yeah. Okay, so pit lane and people. Now I know not all of you will have access to the pit lane, but the principles and the techniques that we go through here apply to shooting people anywhere. And maybe you do actually have access, could be to the paddock, or maybe you're close to friends and family who might be racing that day. So the things that we're going to cover still apply. Okay. Now this is really cool, right? So you got the guy getting ready.
Yeah.
With focus on his eyes. Okay. That's where immediately you look. You don't know it, but when you see a picture on screen, it goes there first. And then you can see next level when he actually looks at me. So here's like a normal shot. Great, he's focused, yeah, brilliant. Bang, looks at me and it's different. Yeah. Yeah, he has an expression, he's saying something. Yeah. And we can now show that. We can show, okay, this is...
You can see the difference side by side, 100%. So that concludes shooting with Rob from Speed of Light. And actually Rob approached us because he had an idea to create an online digital product which basically helped amateur photographers shoot better pictures when at the track. So it was awesome heading down to Brands Hatch with Rob for the day, capturing all the content for his course and also all the marketing material to promote his course. And actually since wrapping up with Rob, we've landed a couple more contracts with awesome companies with Social Status Media. So we've hit the ground running and you can keep your eyes peeled for some future projects in the pipeline.